This is breaking news from News 8.
Our Smart Start beginning with breaking news this morning. A 25-year-old Rochester woman is in the hospital with life-threatening injuries after being found with a gunshot wound. This happened around 2 a.m. According to Rochester police, officers responded to Emerson Street and Saudi Way for the report of a woman having a medical incident. When they arrived, they determined she needed immediate medical attention. Medical staff at the hospital determined she had at least one gunshot wound to the upper body. Anyone with information about this incident is being asked to call 911.
Officials say 2 families have been displaced after an overnight house fire in Rochester. It happened on Remington Street just before midnight. Officials say smoke and flames were coming from the back of this house, causing electrical issues there as well. No injuries reported, thankfully. The cause of the fire is under investigation.
Well, the housing market has been booming during the pandemic. More people remodeling at home and building new homes. With that, the price of lumber is skyrocketing. Erica Cost live with more on this morning. Erica, good morning.
Well, right now I'm on a construction site, and behind me is a pile of lumber, and that lumber is booming with demand. The price is skyrocketing, and it directly affects you if you're looking to buy a new home or start a home improvement project with the weather getting warmer. The CEO with Rochester Builders Association, Rick Herman, says people have been inside their homes for months, and now they're itching for something new. But with lumber prices basically doubled, those projects and houses are more expensive and they're going to take longer to build. In addition, the supply for lumber is very low, mainly because of COVID. For months, there have been less builders out in the field to harvest due to COVID protocols. Also, higher gas prices are going to affect transporting tools and equipment. Herman says it all could even itself out, though. While inventory is low, more people are actually willing to buy new.
Which is great news for the builders, but now that cost is going to go up $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 depending upon the size of that home and that. However, the good part is buyers are getting more money because the demand is so high and the inventory is so low. So there is an opportunity for things to equal out and even out.
Just to give you an idea with some numbers, Herman says if you're buying a new home, that could be up to $20,000 or $30,000 more than it normally would be. And a home improvement project that would normally cost $3,000 could cost $4,000. Says this is nothing like anything he's seen in 25 years. So lots of demand right now for the housing market. In Henrietta, Erica Cost, News 8.
Erica, thank you. A lot to consider here. Herman added the value of a new home surpasses that of an existing one because you're going to save in other ways like energy and maintenance as well.
2 teenagers remain in custody this morning. 16-year-old Xavion Perry and 14-year-old Adriel Riley Jr., both charged with second-degree murder in the death of 53-year-old Stephen Ammenhauser. Police say Ammenhauser was intentionally set on fire inside his apartment on Lyle Avenue last Friday. He was burned over most of his body and died Tuesday. The teenagers were formally arraigned yesterday in a virtual court hearing, both pleading not guilty.
Rochester City Council holding the first of 2 public forums last night on reform plans for the Rochester Police Department. The goal is to adopt a policing reform policy that will, quote, maintain public safety while building mutual trust and respect between police and the communities they serve. City officials drafted a plan last month, which is now going through the City Council for approval. Some community members say a top priority should be changing the way police respond to mental health calls.
An update this morning involving the Rochester man charged in connection to the Capitol riots on January 6th. Dominic Pizzola faces multiple charges in connection with those riots, including obstruction of an official proceeding and destruction of government property. Yesterday, a judge signed a detention order that holds Pizzola until the trial date, which has not been set.
Some important information here. You're going to have some extra time to file your tax return this year. Bloomberg reporting this year's tax deadline will be extended from April 15th out to Monday, May 17th. The American Institute of CPAs and the National Association of Tax Professionals are among the groups calling for that delay. Taxpayer advocates say the pandemic has created hardships for millions of Americans still balancing remote work and school, making it difficult for them to meet the normal deadline.
And millions in the path of dangerous tornadoes overnight as the National Weather Service issues a rare high-level warning with the focus on the south. There are reports of major damage in places like Mississippi and Alabama due to numerous tornadoes touching down across the southern states.
And maybe some rain from that system will come into our area today. Josh, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mark. Good morning, Leah. The stage set for what should be a fairly cloudy morning as we look live here at our Fairflower City from Pinnacle Hill. You can see that cloudy sky in place, and what I can tell you is that there's really nothing falling from those clouds at this time because the air is just so dry. Temperatures largely in the upper 30s. You can see there on our map. 39, for example, in Webster. Good morning, Canandaigua. You're at 40 degrees. You can see a little bit of light rain and wet snow off to the north. We'll see a few of those showers here before the morning is out, as reflected in your planner. And we'll see highs today, unlike yesterday, only into the low 40s with a brisk northeast wind developing.
All right, Josh, thank you. Let's get a check of the roads again with our sunrise traffic. One accident we've been reporting, Fairport 9 Mile Point Road at Plank Road on the east side expressways. As you can see, 490 moving along fine, 390 and 590 as well, all running on time at this hour.
All right, Dr. Anthony Fauci and other members of the White House COVID response team told House members yesterday they're focusing on getting the word out on vaccines. We're joined by Washington correspondent Basil John outside the Capitol this morning. Good morning. Has the White House offered a timeline with the updated guidelines from the CDC?
Good morning, guys. Well, so far, the main timeline that has been offered is just the fact that they are well ahead of schedule when it comes to the vaccine distribution, getting vaccines into the arms of Americans. If you remember, the president's goal is 100 million vaccines within 100 days. They are now projecting that they are well within that. They're expecting 100 million within 60 days, which for them is considered a very, very a large win for them in terms of the fight against the pandemic. Now, when you're looking at the CDC's updated guidelines, this is more so focused around school openings and allowing those kids to get back into the classroom. And right now, they're regulating as to what the rules and conditions would be if schools would reopen, if kids are allowed back into the classroom and teachers are allowed back in as well. That's because of the fact that teachers are also getting vaccinated and they're on a priority list in majority of states throughout the country. So the projection right now is that once the CDC is able to confirm that one of their studies showcases that instead of being 6 feet away from each other, the children could be 3 feet away from each other, then they can offer an updated time as to when kids would be allowed back into school. Obviously, many lawmakers want to know if it's possible to get those kids back into the classroom throughout the entire country before the end of the year, but the White House COVID response team was not able to give a definitive answer on in that regard.
Yeah, not yet. We'll, of course, keep you posted on that. Well, during that hearing, Dr. Fauci did say it would help if all members of Congress got vaccinated publicly. Weren't lawmakers some of the first people to be vaccinated, Basil?
Yes, actually many lawmakers from both the Senate and the House, they were even posting on their Twitter pages and on their Facebook pages, letting their states know, oh, I went and got the vaccine. You should as well when it does become available. However, reports have showcased approximately 20 to 25% of members of the House have not been vaccinated yet. They have not listed reasons as to why, but Dr. Fauci may have been insinuating that because of the fact that there are still a group of lawmakers who still have not received the vaccine. There are other lawmakers as well who are actually refusing to take it until it is technically time for them to get it. Kind of like how Governor Gavin Newsom over in California has been monitoring the situation where he said he will wait until those priority workers are needed to get it. But that's kind of what we're expecting Dr. Fauci was insinuating when he said that during the hearing.
All right, Basil John, always appreciate your reporting. Thank you so much. 17 states are now allowing most or all businesses to completely reopen with no capacity limits.
Time now for some news from around the state this morning. Anna Liss, Monroe County's Director of Planning and Development and one of the women accusing Governor Cuomo of inappropriate behavior, will speak with state investigators today. The New York State Attorney General's office will interview Liss in regard to allegations against the governor. Liss, a former aide to the governor, has accused him of maintaining a toxic and hostile work environment. The governor has denied the allegations.
Well, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer announcing the American Rescue Plan includes $2.5 billion for upstate New York school districts. He says this funding will allow upstate New York schools to fill budget gaps, address learning losses, and meet the needs of students with disabilities. The funding will also assist students experiencing homelessness, provide summer enrichment and after-school programs, and more.
New York Farm Bureau members are second in the country for food donations. The group donating more than 8 million pounds of food in 2020 during the height of the pandemic. The American Farm Bureau Federation says it was the second highest donation total behind Florida. New York's Farm Bureau program was awarded a $250 check that will be donated to Feeding New York State. Time now for the GRE Morning Business Report. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics ranking the highest paying jobs in Rochester.
Yeah, let's take a look at them. Number 5 is a nurse anesthetist. Number 4, general internal medicine physicians. Number 3, OBGYNs. Number 2, psychiatrists. Number 1, surgeons with an average annual salary of $268,000. In Rochester, the annual mean wage is 2.5% lower than the national mean of $53,480.
Well, Pfizer, turns out, is weighing a post-pandemic vaccine price hike. Speaking at a recent healthcare conference, company members say its current pricing is driven by the pandemic climate and the urgency of governments needing doses of its coronavirus vaccine. Officials say that could change once the pandemic calms and healthcare environment shifts. All right, let's get a look at what people are talking about at the water cooler this morning. March Madness returning today after quite the hiatus. The NCAA men's basketball tournament, one of the first major sporting events, canceled last year. 4 playing games will kick off the tournament tonight, all in Indianapolis, with strict COVID-19 safety protocols in place. Do not forget to fill out your brackets.
All right. Well, the time now 6:55, 39 degrees. Tracking some showers, right, Josh?
Showers, some wet snowflakes. Temperatures largely into the 40s for the day today. Low 40s at best. It's pretty cloudy out there right now. A lot of the light rain that you see here to the south of Rochester isn't quite reaching the ground. This band off to the north will reach the ground, and it will drop to the south overhead, and it promises to bring a few showers and a few wet flakes as reflected here in your planner.
All right, thank you so much, and thank you for watching News 8 at Sunrise.
Our next update coming up in about 30 minutes. CBS This Morning is up next. Be safe and have a great day.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and our apps for both news and weather.